This is YouTube just MBM all tomorrow's series. Tomorrow. Happy New Year, everyone. Sorry I didn't say in the video. So I decided to continue the series. Someone commented. Let me look to. I'll give them a shout out at the beginning because I don't want to forget. Sorry, I'm just looking on my phone. Sorry, I can't find whoever did, but whoever you are, please comment below. I'll try to remember to give you a shout out in the next video or eventually. Anyway, let's continue. So now the star people are on this advanced city in this futuristic world. They're attacked by the Q. They don't manage to fight back that easily. They succumb straight away. And their civilization is toppled. They're remade into the Titans. Oh, these are the non-sapient Titans, and then they're and then they are turned into. Then after the Q leave, 40 million years after they first arrived, they roam the plains, their world eventually evolving into the sapient Titans. They become the Titans, and they start with the Stone Ages, Roman hunter-gatherers become nomadic. They become nomadic as hunter-gatherer nomads live in a Paleolithic level of society or civilization, if you want to call it that. And they have stubby little thumbs, which, even though the book never states whether or not they were book never states whether or not they evolved. They were modified as part of the original Q design or evolved naturally after the Q's left. So no, though I guess if you can already guess, because I showed them non-sapient ones with two fingers. Then I guess they evolved naturally. The stubby little thumbs, although they're large. I'm not sure how big the non-sapient Titans were. Probably almost as 2/3 the size. This Titans are 40 meters or 131 feet long. And probably at least half that in size. At least 20 meters high. And then I'm not sure how much that is in feet. And then they develop sentience. Their trunk is their lip acts like an elephant's trunk, which becomes their main appendage for grabbing things. They're able to make stone tools and weapons and art, and then they eventually create early primitive civilizations. During this Paleolithic era, they domesticated their version, the modified version dogs that were alongside them. Now they start practicing agriculture. These gentle giants speak in their own languages, unique languages, and then they domesticate this animal, which is it's a horse. The Titans and all their domestic lives. Titans and the horses are vegetarians. The dogs are also vegetarian. The cows are vegetarian. There are no cows. I didn't show that. The chickens are vegetarian. These are the Titan chickens. Here's the Titan, the cat Titan cat, so I'm not sure what to call them. Let me know in the comment section what you would call them, what common and scientific name you would call not these, the domestic animals there. Call them the non-sapient Titans, Oxida, Gigantus, Nomadicus, Gigantus loxodonta is what I called their sapient form. It's for Beware Cats came up with that name. I'll leave the link to the video. Formerly Beware Q. I'll leave the link to the video in the description. And then we have the cat, which is the only one that's a carnivore. Dog, herbivore. And then a horse, herbivore, chicken, which is a herbivore. The dog, cat, and chicken, or horse, or dog, cat, and they're all domestic. They're all pets except for the horses. Also, some breeds are used for as work and beast of burden, and cats and dogs are also used for pest control, and also some are for work, for guarding. Some breeds are used to guard the other animal, the chickens and the horses, from predator. Whereas the dogs are the only ones that, they're more omnivores, like their Earth equivalents, and not really carnivores. No, I think it depends on the breed. Depends on. Some breeds are herbivores, some are omnivores. The cats are carnivores. Anyway, these gentle giants will eventually create wooden. They create wooden Titans. Create ornate wooden carvings, and they erect large dwellings which they live in, which are the size of present day aircraft hangars, where they store where people on Earth store aircraft hangars. That's how big they are, which makes sense because their size. They don't need to ride the horses or any animals, vehicles. Although they're not the stage they develop vehicles. They don't need to ride any horses because they're for transportation, because they're so huge they could simply walk vast distances. And they tell stories of their booming myths of their bygone, half-remembered past. They reach a stage of Neolithic or New Stone Age, past their own agricultural revolution, possibly up to a Bronze Age. But sadly, they wouldn't make it any further. If it wasn't for what's coming, they could have easily reached a high level of advancement and evolved into another species that still alongside their distant, alongside the other post-humans as members of the Second Galactic Empire. But before they could ever come close to that stage, unfortunately, a catastrophic ice age would envelop their home, killing them and their domestic animals and plants, all leading to their extinction. Alright, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe as always. Bye-bye. And share this video on any platform, and see you in the next video. Bye.